Throughout the franchise, we haven't seen any two predators who look exactly alike. And why should they? These are sentient humanoid individuals who live to hunt. However, all of these predators have one thing in common. They're dreadlocks. From a distance, these dreadlocks look similar to human hair, but these braid-like appendages are much more than hair. In fact, special effects maestro Stan Winston, who created the first two predators, called the dreadlocks quills. He had envisioned them in the likeness of a porcupine's quills, but over time, predators moved to comics, games, and novels, which meant that they were bound to be explored in greater detail. Today, we know that these dreadlocks aren't just decorative features that the predators adorn with human bones. In this video, we will explore these braid-like appendages and explore what are their multiple uses for the galaxy's most prolific hunter. Get ready to get thrilled with information overload. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. What is a dreadlock and what does it do? Contrary to popular belief, the hair on a Yautja's head is not actually hair at all. These are actually fleshy growths that have been designed to be complex sensory organs. Not only do they provide these intergalactic hunters with exceptional balance and reflexes, but they also seem to play a role in their love life. Yes, you heard that right. These dreadlocks are thought to attract potential mates, making them a desirable feature for the Yautja. In fact, the longer the better. So if you're ever looking to impress a Yautja, be sure to let those locks flow. But be aware, if you are a predator, cutting off these dreadlocks may have dire consequences. When our friend Machiko Noguchi was forced to do so during a Xenomorph Queen battle, she noted that it made her less attractive to male hunters. So unless you're looking to repel any potential love interests, keep those growths intact. Speaking of Miss Noguchi, you can check out our video on her origin story, life as a predator, and more. We'll leave a link in the description. These interstellar hunters are rumored to have a physical act of reproduction similar to humans, which makes me wonder if they also have to deal with pesky dating apps and awkward first dates. But what exact role do dreadlocks play in finding these hunters a date? These luscious locks not only serve as a symbol of beauty and maturity, but some even speculate they're the source of the Yautja's heat-sensing abilities. Yes, not only do the predators have killer organs for hair, but they are also a vital sensory organ that helps with their balance and reflexes. No wonder they're always so agile and graceful. And here we thought the only thing our hair could do was cause us grief on humid days. In fact, the ceremony for an unblooded Yautja to become a young blood predator involves the excruciating process of plaiting their dreadlocks. And if the poor thing shows any signs of pain, they have to start all over again. Now that is one hair-raising experience. So what happens when a predator manages to have his dreadlocks damaged or severed? Well, that guy would be in for a hard time. The place would bleed profusely. Additionally, when a xenomorph chestburster emerges from a predator, it inherits some of their host's characteristics, including their lovely dreadlocks. However, a xenomorph spawned from a human doesn't grow any hair, right? So this is just another proof of the fact that a predator's dreadlocks are a more intricate part of their body than human hair. I mean, they serve as an organ instead of some protective growth. In the 2010 film Predators, we get to see a predator skull, and it had several holes for the dreadlocks to emerge. This means that the dreadlocks could very well be connected to a predator's brain itself. But not everyone respects their locks. Borgia Industries, for example, had experimented on these majestic beings and even went so far as to cut off their dreadlocks. And let's not forget the length of their locks can also be used to determine their age. It's like another version of a tree ring, but way cooler. So basically, from unblooded hunters with baby dreads to elders with locks that could rival Rapunzel, it's all about the length. Interestingly, the predlocks are not always black. It comes in a whole range of colors from fiery red to cool blue. But just like us, Yautja dreadlocks lose color with age. So if you ever encounter a predator with gray dreads, show some respect. They've been around at least a few centuries. Different variations of dreadlock that appeared in the Predator franchise Hairless Predator. In the world of the Yautja, there is much debate about the consequences of a hairless predator. Would the removal of their iconic dreadlocks lead to brain damage and certain death? While there have been sightings of predators with cut-off dreadlocks or stubs, a completely hairless live predator is a rare and mysterious occurrence. One such sighting was captured in the popular video game Predator Hunting Grounds. A glitch in the system revealed a maskless and hairless samurai predator, a sight that left fans in awe and speculation. But then again, a true warrior's strength lies not in their appearance, but in their skill and prowess in battle. Dreadlocks of older predators. As the predators grow older, their once fierce dreadlocks become long and gray, resembling a majestic lion's mane. However, just like an aging lion, the ends of their dreadlocks can wither away, losing their vibrant color and turning white as their blood flows slower than a snail's pace. If you need an example of a veteran predator, look no further than the first Alien vs. Predator movie, where an elder predator watched Scar Predator meet his untimely demise. But we get an even more impressive specimen in the pages of the Predator Homeworld comic, where a seasoned warrior comes out of retirement to hunt down bad blood predators who've taken refuge on Earth. His dreadlocks may have turned white, but don't let that fool you, he's still a hunter to be reckoned with. Dreadlock stubs. There exist two Yautja warriors with dreadlocks so short they make a military buzz cut look like a lion's mane. Stoneheart and Swift Knife, along with their fellow Darkblade clan member Longspear, found themselves in a sticky situation where they were captured and brainwashed by humans in Predator Concrete Jungle. While Longspear held on to his beloved dreadlocks, Stoneheart and Swift Knife weren't so lucky. The humans snipped away at their precious locks as part of their torture and brainwashing process, leaving them looking more like bald eagles than fearsome predators. And if that wasn't bad enough, they were also fitted with cybernetic implants and forced to fight for the Borgia Corporation. But as fate would have it, Scarface Predator eventually caught up with them and sent them to meet their maker. Unnaturally long dreadlocks. The legendary spike-tailed predator has dreadlocks longer than a CVS receipt. This old-timer may have been banned from Yautja Prime for his foul ways, but he made up for it with some serious experimentation skills. Now, these weren't your average run-of-the-mill dreadlocks. They were the result of some serious tinkering and knotting by the rogue space tribe. Spike-tail's dreadlocks were so massive that they were practically a weapon in and of themselves. And speaking of weapons, this snaky predator had the foresight to knot them into a mace-like ball. But let's not forget the most impressive part, the length. Hanging free, Spike-tail's dreadlocks could reach all the way down to his soles. It's no wonder he's considered the king of dreadlocks in the Predator universe. Feral predators' thin dreadlocks. It is commonly understood that young predators tend to have thinner dreadlocks, but exceptions do exist. Take for instance the feral predator from the last Predator movie. His dreadlocks were famously thin, thinner than any other seen before. Additionally, his facial features differed greatly from the classic jungle hunter. The reason for these deviations, as hinted at by Dan Trachtenberg, is that the feral predator is said to originate from a distinct region of Yautja Prime. These disparities lead one to ponder whether the feral predator is simply a young predator with slim dreadlocks, or if he represents an entirely different Yautja type, a possibility that cannot be dismissed given the multitude of Yautja variations present in Predator lore. Colorful dreadlocks. The typical color palette for Predator dreadlocks tends to include black, dark gray, or a bluish hue. However, deviations from this norm are not uncommon. One can find dreadlocks of various colors depending on the age, subspecies, or perhaps even due to a predator's fashion preferences. A standout example of unique dreadlocks belongs to the alpha predator, an albino whose locks were completely white. This was not due to age, mind you. This predator was simply born that way. On the other hand, super predators exhibit a range of colored dreadlocks. The berserker predator's tips are a fiery red, while the falconer predator sports a more natural-looking brown hue. Dreadlocks with braids. The predator's dreadlocks are strange, adding to their already intimidating presence. While they are often left to hang loose and wild, some predators prefer to braid them into a tidy ponytail for a more businesslike appearance. But let's face it, when you're hunting the deadliest game in the galaxy, there's not much time for hairstyling. In fact, the long flowing locks can even be a hindrance in combat, getting caught in weapons and prey alike. Just ask the boss predator, who lost a few dreadlocks to a particularly aggressive xenomorph/judge hybrid. Top Knot's dreadlocks. The esteemed leader of Dachande's clan, known as Top Knot, had a unique way of styling his dreadlocks. He tied a section of his long locks into a knot atop his head, earning him a fitting moniker. This hairstyle not only made him stand out from the rest of the Yautja pack, but also potentially showcased his cultural superiority. The top knot was a striking and iconic look for this legendary predator, with some of his other dreadlocks left to hang free. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can even experiment with this hairstyle in Predator Hunting Grounds, though recreating Top Knot's entire persona might be a bit more challenging. Predallion dreadlocks. It's remarkable to think that the Predator dreadlocks are so unique that even the xenomorphs inherit them through the DNA reflex. The Predallion, a fusion of both species, possesses a distinct set of dreadlocks that are more akin to the ridged tail of a xenomorph. Interestingly, the dreadlocks are not only a cosmetic addition, but also play a role in the physiology of both species. In the case of Predallions, their dreadlocks channel highly corrosive acid instead of the standard Yautja blood. No wonder the Predators view these abominations as an affront to their culture and hunt them with a vengeance. Human predator dreadlocks. Human predators are known for their cunning and ability to hold their own against xenomorphs and sometimes a Yautja. These humans impress the Yautja so much that they are invited into the clan as a member. In their quest for domination, some of these humans have adopted the predator way of life, donning Yautja armor and wielding their weapons. It's not uncommon for female humans to take on this lifestyle and even adopt the Yautja's hairstyle, with braided dreadlocks being a popular choice. Machiko Noguchi and Ash Parnell are two such examples who braided their hair to better blend in with the predators they were fighting alongside. Although they may have looked the part, these human predators did not have the same genetic makeup as their Yautja counterparts, so their dreadlocks were merely a stylistic choice, not filled with blood. The unfortunate cybernetic dreadlocks. The fugitive predator's gift to humanity at the end of The Predator may have been a bit of a letdown, but at least they added a little flair with their cybernetic dreadlocks. While their purpose was unclear, it's possible they were just a stylish addition to the Predator killer mech suit. The short length and unnecessary ring-like decorations may have just been for show, but hey, if you're going to fight off predators, you might as well do it in style. Marvelous verdict. Indeed, the Yautja dreadlocks have played a significant role in the Predator franchise, not just as a distinctive physical feature, but also as a means of character development and world building. With each new incarnation of the Predator, the dreadlocks have evolved to reflect the ever-expanding lore and mythology of the species. Whether they're thin, braided, or cybernetic, the dreadlocks are a fascinating aspect of Predator culture that has captivated fans for decades and will undoubtedly continue to do so for years to come. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.